Hello everybody, this is YellowDemonHurlr here in Starbound with Rhaomi, our favorite four-eared feathery fink. Naughty naughty. No nighty night. Not nap time. Noontime now, narcoleptic nitwit. Come on, Rhaomi, let's get moving. You said you wanted to get off this rock. Sheesh, did someone steal your brain or something?
Now let me see. Yes, an excellent specimen. Begin log, subject 52318, Avali male. Captured intact from Tessera Wake 3A. I'm told that it is, in fact, the only intact Avali cadaver ever captured here. The last Avali who came here were intercepted by Bloodclaw, and our retrieval teams reported that the cadavers given to them had suffered multiple amputations, third-degree burns, and eviscerations, overall leaving them worthless to science. This Avali, by contrast, suffered only minor damage from the capture and interrogation process. All that's missing is the brain, gone to subject 07253. Despite my objections, I had not believed the reports my predecessor made on these subjects. Persuasiveness. Clearly I was in error, and it disturbs me deeply. I have given our staff time off until a specialist team arrives to study our new acquisition. I, however, have been unable to relax. I am beginning to understand that there are things in this base, outside of our control. However, as I cannot do anything about that now, I am hoping that this dissection will at least distract me for a while. Pause log. Where did I leave my tools?
Oh crap. Right. Don't panic. This must be a Mininog facility. Think Big Brother meets Soviet Russia meets Planet of the Apes. They do all sorts of weird stuff with brains. Maybe it's intact and can be replaced. Can I still control Rhaomi's body? Yes. Okay, first things first. Gotta get out of this morgue. That mad scientist will be back any moment. I gotta hide. No. What's up here? Okay, this should do it, I think. Oh boy, here he comes.
A friendly reminder to all personnel. Obedience means loyalty.
I bet it does.
Odd. One of the assistants must have moved it back to the holding room. They should have known better than to move an unknown project.
I think it worked. Let's get out of here. Right, let me see. Anything useful in here? Yes, a scalpel and a flashlight and some health stims, yes. I'm probably gonna get hurt at some point or another. Right. Where are... Oh. Lovely security cameras. Oh boy, this place is big.
A friendly reminder to all personnel. Hard work is its own reward.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a monkey by the toe. If it hollers, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So go down, but let's check out this one first. Alright. Well, Rhaomi's brain is obviously not here. So that was a waste of time. Oh boy. Okay. Hold still, maybe the... Go.
Friendly reminder to all personnel. Big 8 loves and watches over each and every one of you.
Let's see. Dark. Let's see. Well, that's terrifying, but not exactly what I'm looking for. Oh boy. Let's get out of here before something happens.
Hello. Is someone there? Maybe. Why, this is fascinating. Active consciousness in a disembodied brain. To whom am I speaking?
Call me Ishmael.
Indeed. Interesting. Very, very interesting. A human literary reference. Well, Ishmael, call me... Mengele.
Okay. Mengele.
I must say, it is a pleasure to speak to you. Avali are such an interesting people, yet so few in this part of the galaxy. Sometimes I miss Avalon. I had such a good time there.
When were you there?
Oh, long, long before you were born. You might say I was critical in shaping certain important events. And now it has paid off. You are responsible for acquiring the sample, correct?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, of course. I understand. You are sworn to secrecy. Not that your secrets will not all be laid bare to me in time. I know what you took from Earth, and how it got here. And I am glad that it did. I have always wanted to study a world killer.
World killer?
Oh, I'm sure you don't like to think of it that way, but really, that's what it is. Is it not?
I suppose so.
Fascinating. You speak perfect English. Tell me, are you human? Oh, don't be shy. I admire humans greatly. Why, humans are capable of producing incredible scientific breakthroughs when supplied the right equipment and shielded from interference.
Yes, I am.
Indeed. And how long have you coexisted with the Avali?
Only a day.
Are you a product of his isolation madness?
I don't know what that means.
Indeed. That is interesting. Tell me, Ishmael, what do you think of the Avali?
He's a coward and a weakling. He fears being alone. He has no strength or self-sufficiency to survive on his own.
Fascinating. Do you know his thoughts?
No.
What about his memories?
No.
Ishmael, I would like to perform a psychological test on you. I'll say a word, and then you tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Don't stop to think.
Okay.
Nature,
Lunch.
walls,
Jump.
honesty,
Lies.
travel,
Escape.
innocence,
Stupidity.
work,
Drudgery.
society,
Prison.
submission,
No.
religion,
Lies.
intelligence,
Alone.
murder.
Closet.
Interesting. Family,
Lies.
mother.
I'd rather not say.
Indeed. Are you playing games with me, Ishmael?
Why would I do that?
I know for a fact that Avali are very close to their packs, and not at all close to their biological relatives. More likely, you are trying to deceive me into thinking you are afflicted with a classical psychological disorder. Perhaps you feel as though you are superior to me in some way?
Nonsense.
Indeed. Because, I warn you, Ishmael, I have little patience for ignorant fools who attempt to manipulate my data.
Alright, back up, against the wall, and nobody gets skewered.
Fascinating.
I'll be taking that brain, thank you very much. Well, it's been fun. See you later. Or not, I hope.
Okay, right, I have Rhaomi's brain back. Which may not be a good thing.
A
Mingley
friendly reminder to all personnel. Do not antagonize Bloodclaw. He is our guest.
I see. Mingley said something about a world killer. And it seemed like Rhaomi was involved. That doesn't seem right. He doesn't seem the type to transport weapons of mass destruction, but I better check it out. This is the only, boy, only lab I haven't visited yet, at least that I've seen. I think the stuff up higher is a control. Oh. Okay, guess I'm not going this way.
Friendly reminder to all personnel. Guest access is limited to the living quarters and common areas.
Right, so I can't get through that way, but if I go back to the closet, I can get into stupid controls. Don't see me, okay. I can get in the vents from here. Maybe that'll lead to the lab. Right, closet. I found this flashlight. Right. Do not fall, do not fall, do not fall. Yes! Okay.
A friendly reminder to all personnel. If you find yourself alone with Bloodclaw, seek company immediately.
Yeesh.
I don't believe this. I don't believe... Actually, yes I do. I should have known that feathered fiend was up to something when he wouldn't tell me how he got here. This is the tentacle beast. The one that destroyed Earth. Not something you want evil space Soviets to have. Or human-hating alien raptors, for that matter. I bet that was Rhaomi's mission. Sneak over to Earth and get a sample of the tentacle beast for the ADF. Avali have top-of-the-line stealth and ECM technology. They're probably the only ones who could manage to get past the United Systems. That idiot was retrieving a weapon that makes nuclear war look like a petulant slap fight. If he'd gotten it back to Avalon... I was just starting to like him, too. I can't let the Mininog keep this thing. At best, we'll have a Cold War-style standoff between Big Ape and United Systems. More likely, it'll precipitate a war of conquest. But I have no idea how to destroy it. United Systems couldn't. Maybe one of these control panels will do something, but I can't read any of them. It's all just low-resolution pixel art. I guess I could just start hitting buttons. No, for all I know, that'll set the thing loose. I need help. As much as I hate to leave this thing here, I think my first step is to get out of this facility and find someone to put Rhaomi's brain back in. It's time to have some words with that treacherous Avali.
Friendly reminder to all personnel. Use caution near bodies of water frequented by Bloodclaw. He is extremely stealthy.
I can't sneak past this thing, can I? Oh boy. Let's get out of here as fast as I can. Yeesh. No way out. I hope that does not also apply to this base as a whole. This must be the ice bomb lab. What do they do in that room? Do I want to know? Yeah, this definitely looks like a command center. Let's avoid it. Hopefully nobody's there watching security cameras. Gape is all seeing. I hope not. Oh, hey. What's that? Crates. Anything useful? Empty. Empty. Aha! Pickaxe and rope and yeah, whatever. Right.
A friendly reminder to all personnel. The previous messages are only friendly reminders and do not imply that our esteemed guest poses any threat to the hard-working staff of this base.
You know, this Bloodclaw fellow sounds really, really nasty. I really hope I don't run into him. Right. Empty. 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 And empty? You gotta be kidding me! What kind of weapons locker doesn't have any weapons? Right, let's see. What's up here? This looks different. Oh, this is the living quarters.
Friendly reminder to the escaped prisoner in the rotunda.
Uh-oh.
I can see you. Yes, I am talking to you. Do not worry. This announcement is only playing in this room. Can you hear me? I suppose I should not expect deep conversation with someone who's carrying their brain around in a jar. If you can hear me, jump twice. Good. You can understand me. I know you saw that the tentacled beast you so kindly delivered now resides in this facility. I will not speculate on your motivations in bringing her, but I believe we can agree that its presence is extremely dangerous. As it is your fault that it is here, I assert that it is only reasonable that you assist me in getting rid of it. Will you comply? If so, jump twice. Excellent. I cannot act directly without revealing myself, so you will have to act on my behalf. To do that, I presume we will need to reinsert your brain. Do not go the way you are going, there are too many cameras. Return to the vent and ascend it. It is unmonitored and leads directly to the surface. Once you reach the surface, travel east until you find an abandoned alien suicide tower. Beneath the stairs is a hidden door leading to a secret base. It was once a rebel base. I will meet you there. Go now. I see you do not trust me. That is good. You should not. I will meet you at the tower.
Well, it's not like I have a lot of options. This could be a trap, but why go through all the trouble? There are security guards right below me. Why not just send them to grab me? It's not like I could fight back with just this stupid scalpel.
And go. Alright. Back into the vents, I guess. I was hoping that guy was telling the truth. So that's where everybody is. Looks like a party or something. I guess the that scientist guy did say that giving everybody time off. Hey, crickets! I hear crickets! That must mean I'm near the surface. This place is long. Okay. Up, 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 up. This is a really awkward ladder. Yes, dirt! Does that mean I'm almost up to the top? Yes, yes, I can see the stars. Excellent. Okay. Right, to the east. I'm going to assume that's the right. Hopefully I'm assuming correctly. No, not down here. And a guard... sorry. Right. Guards don't like it when you carry weapons around. I guess they're not working for Big Ape, though, so... Might as well go on to excuse me, please. Just passing through. Right, yeah, doors. I don't know how long this is going to take, so... Uh-oh. Are you hostile? Doesn't look like it. You are, though! Yeah, boy. It's raining, of course. Alright, here we go. Take this! Whoa. 8? Okay, I think I had better get out of here. This thing is pretty much useless. Right. Yeah, oh boy. This is gonna take a while. Okay. Let's not fall down there. Ooh, chest. Tech chip and safety helmet. I don't need either of those. This must be the temple. Module components. Let's see. He said under the aha. There we go. Okay. Not very secret. Whoa! Okay. Right.
There you are. I see you took your sweet time in getting here.
Seriously? I had to fight off hordes
Let us
of...
not waste time. I cannot stay long. Come with me to the back room, and I will put your brain back in for you.
Yeah, that doesn't sound ominous at all.
Before I begin, let me brief you on the current situation.
Okay.
The base here is a small research post dedicated to the study of the Agons. The security here is lax, as the base has never produced any important discoveries to speak of. Since you delivered the tentacle beast and escaped from their clutches, they have greatly increased security.
Lovely.
The base is currently under a communications blackout, or else I would have had this place obliterated the moment they acquired the beast. I will leave you some clothes and a device that will grant you access to the base computers. That gives less utility than I would like, but you can access databases and override locks. Unfortunately, this is the most help I can give you. I cannot contact you again without risking discovery, so I will leave the details of destroying the tentacle beast to you in case I am captured. Once I reinsert your brain, you will likely remain unconscious for several hours, though I admit I have little grasp of the mechanics by which you are animated. Good luck. Please lay down on the table, and I will begin the operation.
Well, I guess here goes nothing. Do your stuff, Doc.
Oh, my head.
About time.
I'm not so loud, you inconsiderate idiot. I had a terrible night last night.
Let me guess.
Nightmares about being seized in the night and whisked away to be interrogated. About the tentacle beast.
You liar! You said you wanted to help me, and then you had me dragged away to be tortured?
I had nothing to do with that. The Mininog got you, and they cut out your brain and gave it to one of their test subjects to play with. I got it back for you, and got you out of the facility. Against my better judgment, because apparently you've been transporting a world killer. What happened? Grab a seemingly inert sample that turned out to be too dangerous to handle? Good thing it got away before it reached Avalon.
Ah, humans! They look at people and all they can see is themselves. Since you already know, yes, my ship was sent to retrieve a sample of the tentacle beast from Terra for study.
Oh, for study. Right.
Yes, for study.
We both know full well what it means when Avali military intelligence wants to study a planet killer.
Not for weaponization. We're signatories of the Yargovich-Tesla Treaty. We do not build weapons of mass destruction.
All right, you just decided to pick one up out of innocent curiosity. Right. Have you been paying any attention to what that thing did to Earth?
Oh yes, Terra. Why don't you tell me all about Terra again, and I'll get my tiny violin to accompany you. Yes, I know what it did to your homeworld. That's exactly the point. There are nasty, evil things out there. We need ways to defend ourselves.
What could possibly be scarier than a world-eating monster?
You! The tentacle beast is just an animal. The real monsters are you. It's only a matter of time before one or the other of your factions comes knocking on our door again. And if they bring a world killer, we have to be ready.
You're delusional. The only human faction that you share a border with is United Systems, and it's got more than enough to worry about with a dead homeworld, several breakaway factions, and Big Ape looming next door. I doubt they pay you more than passing interest.
Don't pay... Didn't you read about what they did to us on that fancy wiki of yours?
I haven't seen anything about humans in the wiki.
Maybe it's been suppressed. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, fine. For the sake of argument, what exactly was it that humans did that made you so scared of us that you're seeking out a world killer?
You enslaved us and then tried to wipe us out.
Oh, this should be good. What happened? Invasion by an army of 10-year-olds who captured you in miniaturizer spheres and made you battle?
No! Thousands of years ago, we were pre-industrial nomadic hunters.
A shocking revelation.
Shut up and listen. One day, aliens came to Avalon in search of resources. Aliens that match your description. You uplifted the Avali to serve as workers, but we were not content as slaves. One pack, Longfeather, led the Avali to throw off their yokes and to rebel. Using captured technology and superior numbers, we drove you back. You decided we were more trouble than we were worth, and tried to kill us off with asteroids. But another race intervened and forced you to leave.
Sounds like a fairy tale to me.
All right, just dismiss it out of hand.
Why shouldn't I? If the events you speak of did take place thousands of years ago, it couldn't possibly have been us. We were struggling to cross oceans, let alone the incomprehensibly vast distance between Earth and Avalon.
The ancient tablets are very clear. It was you.
Fine, whatever. It still doesn't justify building weapons of mass destruction.
We're not. We know what it's like to suffer destruction like that. After you left, everyone wanted to control the technology you left behind, and Avalon slipped into a state of world war, which was probably your plan to begin with. We played with technology we didn't understand, and there was an accident. A starship drive collapsed, killing millions. The ATF would never use a weapon like that, not even against you. The council would try them for mass murder, and the civilians would want their heads. All we want to know is how to stop the tentacle beast if you send it our way.
You seriously expect me to believe that a race who still uses the term predator as an integral self-identifier isn't going to weaponize something that powerful. If your intentions are so innocent, why hide what you were carrying?
My mission was classified. If I told you about the sample, I'd be stripped of my rank, probably imprisoned, maybe even executed for treason.
And the thought that you were retrieving a weapon that could kill billions of innocent people never crossed your mind?
Of course it did. The High Fleet commanders personally assured us that it would not be used as an offensive weapon. Everyone on that crew was given an opportunity to turn down the assignment. None of us did. You think we were all wrong? We're ADF, Yellow, the defenders of our people, the ones who would ensure that those weaker than us stay safe and happy. We're not conquerors.
Okay. I'll accept, for the moment, that you personally had no malicious intent when you took the tentacle beast, though I extend no such trust toward your government. Your superiors made promises to you, and you believed them. I guess I can't fault you for that. Maybe they were even telling the truth.
And it doesn't matter now anyway. The sample is gone, burned up in the atmosphere.
You really are dense, aren't you?
Maltobal, where is it? Did you find... Tell me the Mininog don't have it.
Yep. One level below the room where they kept the test subjects who had your brain.
Marrakesh. We wouldn't have weaponized it, but they will for sure. Mininog ships with world-killer weapons, they'd be running the galaxy within weeks. This is a disaster.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is my fault. I have to get it back, or destroy it.
What, all by yourself?
Of course not. If I can fix my ship, I can contact the ADF, and then they can come and...
I wouldn't go near your ship if I were you. The Mininog knows you're here, and given that you sent out distress signals when you arrived, I'm sure they're watching your ship. Going back to it will be the quickest way to end up separated from your brain again.
Communication stations?
On lockdown. The base has been ordered into blackout mode until a specialized research team arrives to study the tentacle beast.
Is there anyone living here besides Big Ape?
Somebody has a mole in the base. He put your brain back in, but I don't know who he works for, so I don't know if we can trust him. For all I know, it's some elaborate double-blind trap by Big Ape. In any case, he says he probably can't contact us again without raising suspicion. The only other people on the planet seem to be the Agars, but we don't have any way of communicating with them, and they certainly don't have a transmitter.
No help there, then. I miss my pack. That leaves... you. Alright? Look, I know humans in the Avali are enemies, and I know you're angry with me personally, but think about what's at stake.
Stop patronizing me. I'm not going anywhere. I may not have a physical stake in this universe, but I'm not going to stand idly by while a totalitarian state develops a weapon that can wipe out planets. Even if you turned tail and ran, I'd find a way to go after it.
Not completely soulless, then. That's something. I don't know how much help you're going to be, but I can't be picky right now.
No, you can't. And let me make one thing clear. We are going to destroy this thing, not recapture it and take it back to Avalon.
Fine. Keeping it away from Big Ape is my top priority. If that means our scientists don't get to study it, then that's a price I'm willing to pay.
And if you try to break that promise, I might just break mine and walk you off a cliff.
I'm not going to break my promise. I'm not human, after all. Now, where are my weapons?
No idea. You were stripped naked when I found you, and no sign of your belongings. We have a surgeon's knife, a matter manipulator, a few tools, and a code that will supposedly give us access to the lab computers. That's it.
Then the first thing we need to do is get some better weapons. The Mininog have some of the most advanced military tech around. A knife won't cut it. Literally.
If we go mining, we can probably make some basic stuff to get going, but working our way up the tech tree until we match the Mininog will take time.
We don't have time. The longer the Mininog have that sample, the more likely they'll figure out how to weaponize it. There must be an armory around somewhere. Let's find it and take as much as we can.
I suggest we make some simple weapons so we're not completely defenseless and then plan a raid. I passed a 2-man sentry post on the way here that will probably be easier to tackle than the main base.
That sounds doable. Let's get mining and...
I feel sick. Yeah, probably not a great idea to go running off into battle right after having your brain taken out and put back in. Better rest for a while.
There's no time!
If we're going to do this, we need to do it right. Run out right now and you'll probably fall flat on your face the moment you try to fight. Curb your impatience. People die if we screw up.
Fine. I'll rest. But in the meantime, I want you to tell me everything that happened in that facility.
Okay? But first, I think I'll let my audience go. Guys, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm going to keep recording. I know you probably don't believe this is real, and to be honest, I'm not so certain myself. But if there's even a small chance that it is real, I think it's important to document these events. Thank you for watching. We'll be back soon.